You know what I've heard one too many times lately, and I had to make a Crazy Chiquita reporting live video about it, is I don't want to scare him off, or what if I scare him off? We need to have a little chat about this because this is very important. There's a lot of different ways that you could scare a man off. If you've been on a couple of dates, texting him 12 times in a day might be a way to do that. If he's not responding and you're texting him over and over again, that's a way to scare him off. But I am talking about scare him off. And the context that women have presented it to me is, what if I am truly, authentically myself? And he runs. My sisters, I'm gonna be short, sweet, and to the point about this one. If God's will for your life is marriage, the man for you, the kind of man that you want to be with for the rest of your life, to sit across from him at thousands of meals, to spend hundreds of thousands of hours with, that man will not run from you. You will not be able to scare him off when you are authentically yourself or share what matters to you. This is key to get through your head, right? When I look at, when I talk with women and they're like, well, I want to share this with him. I want to talk about this because, you know, we've been on a couple dates and I really want to bring it up, but what if I scare him off? I want to tell him whatever it is. I mean, there's 1,000 things under the sun. But what if I share that and it scares him off? He was not the man for you in the first place. And if he runs, that is clear. Can we all get on the same page about that? If who you are, what you care about, what matters to you scares him off, he was not the man for you. Is it very hard when a man goes to you out of the blue, you share these things that are really important, you go on a limb, it's scary and it's hard to say these things in a culture that says, just be neutral about everything, right? Just don't say those things because, you know, that's like serious. But you take dating seriously and sharing about those things really matters to you. In this dating culture, you're made to think like, oh my gosh, it'll be too much, blah, blah, blah. Yes, texting 12 times in a day is too much. That's another branch of the tree. If God's will for your life is marriage, and you are sitting across from that man, the one, as they call it. I have a video on that if you want to go watch my beliefs on the one. If you're sitting across from this man and you share all of this with him, he is going to lean in, maybe not physically, maybe the posture of his heart, and say, how intriguing. Tell me more. And he will want to know you more, even if he doesn't share in those same beliefs or values or whatever it is at the time. He's not going to run. He's going to want to lean in and say, tell me more. I want to know more about you. I want to know more about why these things are important to you and why these things matter. Share more with me about that. That is what you are looking for. When the opposite happens, when he's like, oh, no way, and he runs the other way, it is confirmation. Great. I'm glad to know now that he was not the one. If he bolts in the other direction, as if you brought a dinosaur to your date and said "rawr" to try and scare him away, if he runs the other way, it is confirmation that it was never meant to be. That's not the man that you want to see at the end of an aisle. That's not the man you want to sit across from at 1,000 dinners. I don't even know how many dinners Daniel and I have sat across from each other for. The kind of man you want at the end of the aisle, you should want at the end of the aisle, is the man that plants his 2 feet and says, how interesting, I want to know more about you. This is a great example that I will leave you with. Many years ago, I was with one of my guy friends. I might have shared this on this channel, but I'm not sure. I have so many videos I can't even remember anymore. This goes both ways, as all of the things that I talk about do. He wanted to pursue this woman and he had been going on a few dates with her and he wanted to do something really sweet and thoughtful, but very specific for her in regards to this movie. And I won't share more to protect his and her identity, but he wanted to do this thing and he said, Emily, should I do this thing? Right? Like, I want to do it and I just have this idea and I want to do it for her. And I said to him, I said, if you do this thing and she does not like it, she is not the woman for you. Why? Because this thing that you want to do, this cute thing, is reflective of who you are. And you will want to do those things if you do get married, a year into marriage, and 5 years into marriage, and 10 years into marriage. And if it scares her and she runs off, it shows you that she's not the one. She's not the right one for you, because the woman who will like those things, who will think, oh my gosh, how thoughtful, how sweet, how amazing, is the kind of woman that you should, and I know, want to be with for the rest of your life. So do that sweet, thoughtful thing that you want to do. So enough with, but what if I scare him off? What if my laugh scares him off? What if anything like that scares him off? Be wholeheartedly yourself. If it scares him off, you were never meant to be with him in the first place. That's all for today. Have a beautiful, blessed day. This is Crazy Chiquita reporting live from Los Angeles. We will talk to you soon. Bye!